Listen to me very carefully. You don't have to like it, but right now you're absentia. Your birth certificate, they took the soul off your foot. It's being held in the Vatican. Davy Jones's locker. Your soul is owned by the devil. Look it up. So, what I'm telling you is that the court summoned you to court because you're lost at sea. You're presumed dead. And you're a monster with no inheritable blood, cannot be heir to any land by legal definition. You are officially dead. I pointed out in a previous video, you hear about these Archangel Michaels, Gabriels, and all this shit. They have this Thor power, all this power to destroy and, like dominate and whatever. But they're so filthy retarded. They can't bring forth heaven and earth from the comfort of home. That's kind of funny. I can sit here from the comfort of my living room making videos, publishing them to the YouTube, and bring shit into reality without anybody even know what's going on. Weaving shit into reality. That's what it means to be a fucking sorcerer. I look at the sun and I speak my intent. I intend to bring forth heaven on earth. And the sun is the collective consciousness of the whole, and it empowers me to do shit nobody could even conceive of, because you'd have to be really connected to your creator. But you don't even know who your creator is. Sunny Peaches, she could see it here. She sees it built right into the math. And I recommend you check out her channel. She can see the underlying feature of reality, that it's one side of a light hole is a black hole with the green astral jet shooting out. That you place your blood over your written intent on video and publish it to your YouTube channel. This brings it into the reality. And nobody has to like it. You're just weaving it in because people think they're on a ball floating through space as an accident. They're so filthy, retarded, and necrophiliac sick. It's kind of funny. If we don't make videos pointing at the Holy Grail, they'll never get the picture, and they will surely die. So the fate of the world is in our hands. There's no question about that, people. How you doing? Thanks for joining me. Hey, in my previous video with the giant, what you need to do is pause when you see the giant's face, open up another window, and bring up those giant heads on Solomon Island, and look at the two faces side by side. You'll notice that the giant's face matches up perfectly. And I'm telling you, that's called lesser magic. They're rubbing it in your face to take your blood off your master's hands, people. You would be the food class, people. And look, this place is flat. It's clear. Our train engineer that lays down track will tell you that trains don't work on a globe. The grade would be too steep. Okay, water doesn't work. A person that weighed 150 pounds at the equator spinning at 1,000 miles an hour would weigh 750,000 pounds at the North Pole, because the lack of centrifugal force. It's clear the Earth is stationary and fixed. It's flat. It's got the Holy of Holies at the center of the dish. All compasses point to it. If you type into your computer, compasses actually point south and hit enter, you'll see that it's a big thing that's been hidden from us. That the red is actually pointing towards the center of the dish. The rear admiral is guarding the one hole. It's the asshole, because they're saying the astral light, which I've been pointing out for months now, is the ash trailing light that comes out from the black hole. The center hole can't be frozen there. It has to be that Jesus places his light into the hole, or there's no creating source light coming out the green light. You can see here, God at the top, the four-faced, four-letter God in charge of your four-letter DNA. The Holy of Holies and the Holy Spirit, which is the black hole sun. One side of a light hole is a black hole. The two-ball cane. You can see over here. It's rubbed in our face, people. You're on ice in the ice box. And the entity, they froze the entity. You're in the ice box. You've been frozen and on ice. You're stuck here. And the only way out is the center of the dish where all compasses point to. You're underwater, like you're drowning in debt underwater. You're on ice because you're in trouble. You're on ice. You're in the ice cube, people. So that's why Ice Cube and Ice Tea, and it's all feminine shit. You go into a church, you kneel down to the feminine, you put holy water on your head. And look, you see Mr. Garrison over here. His arm is bent 90 degrees. So, Mario Cruz, I was saying, you turn A-E-I-O-U, you turn the E to the left because you're not right. You're left, you're bent and confused. So, A-E-I-O-U, and sometimes Y. That would then spell way, out, exclamation. They say we're made out of clay. Angels are made out of light. Jinn are made out of smokeless fire. Clearly, the way out is the center of the dish, the Holy of Holies. At the end of the rainbow is the pot of gold, or the fountain of youth. That's what they've been hiding from you people. It's the center of the dish where all compasses point to. Okay? The all-seeing eye is not actually up in the sky. What they're telling you, in addition to that all-seeing eye in the sky where the beam hits the top, okay, they're telling you that there's also the asshole, or the winking at you. The only part of your body that you can wink aside from your eye is your asshole, where you can wink one. There's the Holy of Holies right there. Okay, when you see an exclamation point, that's like a vagina with a butthole. Okay, so you see here like that what looks like a sunburst, but it's black. So that would be then the black hole sun. You go to a church, you kneel down to the feminine, you place holy water on your head. That's feminine hole water. Okay, so listen. There's a hole at the center of the earth. It's where all compasses point to. It's really the South Pole. That's why they call it the Rear Admiral, because he's guarding the asshole, the one way out. You want to become an exclamation character on the world stage. You're going to bow out at the end and go to the center of the dish and bend 90 degrees in. So you come across the plane, turn 90 degrees in. Okay? Because it's the green. Just like Mr. Garrison's green, it's the green astral light or astrailing light. See, I pointed out, I saw somebody made a video of magic circles and shit, and they had these symbols in there. That looks like Eve and Wally's eyes right there, okay? And you see this is the sun and the moon. Eve would be evening, and Lilith is the black hole sun. Okay, this would be the Ark. You're in the Ark of the Covenant right now. Okay, the Holy of Holies is the center of the dish, people. The Holy Grail is it's right there. There's the cup, people. It's the center of the dish where all compasses point to, everlasting life. It's right there, people. Evil is when good people do nothing, people. You need to get biblical right now. And listen, your resistance is futile, people. You need to understand something. You are the 98%. They said on the Georgia Guidestones, they put into stone, reduce the population down to 500 million. That means 6.5 billion of us have to go. That's the big 98% right there. Divided you fall, people. They put it in stone. That means they brought it out of the intangible and into reality, and they put it into stone so that you couldn't do anything to it. It's become their... look, people, it's very scary. You should be very shook up about this, okay? Because they put it in stone. It's not like you wrote it on paper. They put that shit in stone so you couldn't do anything. You could vandalize it, but it's still there. Okay? You can't do anything unless you realize you're in the boxing room right now. And you need to get fucking biblical.